Someone asked me a question about anxiety and stress, and they're concerned and worried and all those feelings that go on for people when they're not happy in the place that they're in. So when that arises for you due to external circumstances, then you're lost. You're lost in the mind, you're lost in the outside world, you're focused on the mind and the outside world. So the mind is actually playing a story. It's telling you worst case scenario, what if, and what's this look like, and I'm unsure, and I'm not clear. So when you're listening to the mind, you're never clear, and it'll always be frustrating and confusing, and it will add to your stress, worry, and anxiety because you're actually listening to it. You're listening to what it's saying, and to a big level, you're actually believing it as well. It's not true. So it's telling you a story of what if, maybe, should be concerned, what are you going to do if this happens or that doesn't happen, and on and on and on it goes. So what are you going to do? Keep listening to it? Keep believing what it's saying as a possibility? Indulging it by continuing to listen to it? Or are you going to stop, sit, and be with it? Now what happens when you do that is that it loses its sense of power because you're being present. You're going to just stop, close your eyes, and be with the anxiety, with the stress, with the worry, concerns, whatever's going on for you. And you're going to feel it. What does it feel like to be stressed and anxious? Inside it's like a buzzing and oh no, and your nervous system's all tight and upset, and that's going on 24/7 until you go, that's it, I'm going to stop, I'm going to be present with it, okay, and it's still going on and it's still buzzing and it's still doing its thing, and you are with it. You're 100% present. Instead of it just happening over here and in the background and annoying you or waking you up in the middle of the night, you're actually going to stop and be present with it. And you're going to surrender because this is what's happening. This is what's happening. And there goes the stories. Oh, there's the nervous system. It's just... and the breathing is shallow, and I'm just going to be here with it, just as it is. And it's going to continue to tell you the stories, and you're going to be there. And you go, oh, is that right? Oh. And then it comes up with another version. Oh, wow. Didn't think of that. Didn't tell me that before. And it's going to keep doing those stories. Anything. It's like a fishing line. It's going to try this bait. Oh no, we're going to try this bait. See, this catches her. Gets her back into that worry and anxiety and stress. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, let's just try this one. And it's going to keep trying to get you hooked in to being in that state of upset, worry and anxiety. Yes, you can try and push it aside. You can try not to listen to it. You can keep yourself busy. Ignore it. But it's like a child that's wanting attention. It's just going to keep going until you're worn out and exhausted. And it's at that point when you're worn out and exhausted and you just can't cope anymore, you go, now what am I going to do? And my suggestion is stop, sit, and be with what's happening. So, okay, what's that look like? So, yes, it's telling you the story, and you're breathing, and you're here, and you're feeling yourself sitting on this chair, and you're breathing. The chest is rising and falling, and the story is going on, and the nervous system is going on, and you're with it all. You're here 100%. And you're going to be there. And you're going to be there with yourself. You're going to take that time to stop and be with yourself. I don't see there's any other choice. You're going to stay here in quiet with yourself, with everything going on. You're going to see it play out. You're going to see the mind. Have you ever been present with your mind? Have you ever sat there and heard all its stories, all those ones that tell you stories about yourself, give you self-doubt? That's why you're anxious in the first place, probably, is because you doubt yourself. And so it's playing on that. Oh, that you're not good enough, you're not going to get it right, all those old stories from years and years ago, and they're still there today because you've never actually sat and looked at them because you've actually believed them to be true. But what says if they aren't? What says if it's just a big fat lie? All of it. Because you see, nothing is more important than who you are. And at the moment, this is who you are. If who you are isn't important, then that's fine. But there's many people out there that want to see who they are, and this is it. This is your opportunity. This is your moment. Take this time and actually stop. I'm not going to say that it's going to go away in an instant, or 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. You might be sitting there for half an hour, and you're just going to be with it. And you might have to be with it for an hour or 2 hours. Whatever it is, you're going to be in the moment with what's happening. Why not? What have you got to lose? Well, you could lose the story. You could lose some of the anxiety and stress. You could lose that nervousness and that shaking. You could lose the sense of self-doubt. It doesn't mean that it's replaced with confidence, but it means that all of a sudden things just go. Because stopping and sitting and being with it just calms everything down. It's a form of surrender. It's like, whatever, everything's happening and I'm just not coping anymore. I give up. I'm just going to stop and I'm going to sit and I'm going to be with this. And I'm not going to try and fix it. I'm done trying to fix it. Trying to feel confident, trying to feel that it's all okay. I'm finished. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I surrender. And there's a peace and there's a calmness about that. And then there can be a bliss that this is all what's happening on the outside in this world, and I'm just here, and whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And I'm going to do the best that I can to be with everything that's happening. And it doesn't mean that you're giving up. That's a totally different thing. You're still with everything that's going on. You're still with what needs to be taken care of. You're still making the appointment. You're still going to the appointment. You're still making that phone call. Whatever it is for you, you're still active. But when it gets to a high stress level where you're not coping, just stop. Please, just stop, because there's another place that you can be with this, and that is calm and at peace, and everything's still happening. Yes, it might be out of your control, and it's out of your control. And you're going to not worry about it, and you're not going to get stressed about it. Doesn't mean that you don't care. Doesn't mean that you're not going to take action. It just means you're going to do it with clarity. You're going to walk in peace. You're going to make that phone call in a calm manner. And from that place, everything is different. A whole new way of living your day in each moment is actually going to change. You're going to be this new person operating from this new place, and you won't even recognize yourself, because you're just going to go about doing what you need to do differently, because it doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be full of anxiety, nerves on edge, stories being told. Most of the stories, if not all of them, from the mind are not true. They're not true, but for some reason we decide that we're going to believe in them. And all it is a belief about the future. Sometimes it's based on the past into the future, and you're bringing it into now, which isn't relevant. So right now, what's happening? You're being stressed and anxious. So let's just be with that.